My speech is mainly generally about what's happening to our education house. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we are on now, the Larrakia Nation. Politics, politics, politics. Policy, policy, policy. What more do we want? More do they want? It gives us stress, it gives us headaches. Where is the time for our children? I'd like to take you back to my community, Yilkala, where everything in our world is equal. Yirika and Goa, everything in our world are both living and non-living things in our environment. If we had only one moiety in Yolngu world, the world would not exist. This is my world. Moiety system is a fundamental aspect in the Yolngu world. We can't lose this. This balance determines that we are people of many races and nations. After the memorial of my husband, late husband, Dr Yunupingu on the 30th of June 2013, Mr Chandler came up to me and said, "I will listen to you this time," but he's still not listening. Metaphors have a poignant place in Yolngu culture and life. They provide foundation to work from, offering a way to work together effectively. There is a Yirika metaphor that talks about process of how ngato, the cyclic nut, which is poison, is prepared. There are steps and protocols for the ngato to process. It's a very important ancient living bread, and it can last for months and still good to eat. The translation of this ngato story is, I feel that we have been fighting far too long against white Australians and any government for human rights and social justice. Where is our human rights? How are we going to get our rights back? Maybe never. We just have to fight to win it. I have been a member of AEU for a long time, and to this day, we are still fighting. This metaphor of the cyclic nut is used here in an attempt to illustrate the importance of the following and correct process. If a genuine and transparent partnership is to be established with anti-government agencies, including Department of Education and communities. I should be careful using the names, the Department of Education, because I am Department of Education too. The deeper meaning of this can be related to the way we work, including the curriculum that we have in schools and policies that are implemented in our community. All we want is the positive benefits that education brings for our children, and that remains of focus with high expectations. We have to work together in a mutual respect and mutual understanding to ditch the poison. If the correct process is ignored, the poison remains contaminately the way we work, and our people suffer. Elders fought to have bilingual education in the 1970s. When my husband did his studies at Deakin University, came up with the notion of two-way learning. In 2011, bilingual programs showed better outcomes than English-only schools. The late Dr Yunupingu, founding member of FOBL, Friends of Bilingual Learning, and a strong believer with a passion for bilingual and bicultural learning. And a strong believer, had an understanding of how the two language works together. For Yolngu children in the very remote schools located in bilingual settings. In February 2009, we had a meeting with politicians and educational officials at Parliament House, Darwin. The meeting was to close the anti-bilingual schools program. And this is a quote from my late husband. I want to talk about the Yolngu strength, either in English or Yolngu Matan speaking domain. We learn from our elders that the language is sacred. Yolngu kids think in their own language, which can then inform them about English, its meaning and its value. I consider Yolngu children in Yolngu schools can be clever as anyone else in the world, and I don't want the cleverness left outside the classroom door. Not for my kids or my grandkids. They should have equal rights, the same right as any kids in the world, whether they are Chinese or Balanda. The equal rights to learn in their own language. There should be a choice given to all schools and communities how we want our schools to operate. I want to talk to you about the Remote Learning Partnership. We had 5 years consultation with independent facilitators and community members. In 2005, we launched a Remote Learning Partnership Agreement at Korpula, at a place where we have the Karamo Festival. The document was not bound, and yet we started implementing it. The remote, straight after, sorry, I have to go back. The document was not bound, and yet was starting implementing the Remote Learning Partnership straight after the launch. It was a homegrown idea, and therefore people in hierarchy did not seem to respect it. Peter Chandler has given us support to the direct instructions model being used in Cape York, also being used in Northern Territory schools. What do Territory schools think about this? The Yalmay School Council has already expressed oppositions to this move. Direct instructions is a dangerous word, and it is leading to genocide. We know the system is failing us. Bruce Wilson is coming up with his own recommendations without listening to what people are saying or what people want. If he's talking about direct instructions, where is the evidence that works? Can we see it? All they see is value of money, not value of people, children, education, and interest of the people. We, the teachers, are the taxpayers, and the children that we are teaching from the taxpaying. We, the teachers, are the taxpayers, and the children that we are teaching come from tax-paying parents. One should not devalue other. When kids go away to boarding school, it can be a good idea to send them away, but they come back with a problem. How is their culture valued? How do we fit back into their community life? It's beneficial to some children, but children are not under the one-size-fits-all policy. Whose idea is that? It is an individual family responsibility to make the decision to see for each child based on their needs. The government should not have final say whether Indigenous children must go to schools down south or in Darwin. It is sad to some children or community that we don't see that Yolngu spirit anymore. This is why it is important to keep our Yolngu children educated in their own communities, and have a sense of Yolngu pride in them so that they can pass along their knowledge, language and culture. Boarding school is not going to fix the problem. Why are they going? Why are they going away? They grow away. I am a product of community school. I finished year 12 and university in my own community of Yipala. The Wilson Review is like spitting in the Yolngu face and Yolngu vision. We need to support and no fingers pointing and no negatives. We should be working together and supporting each other for a greater good. As I mentioned at the start, it is about equal balance for the benefits of you and me and our children. Always together, yakatana. Working together, not alone. Thank you.